Hi, I'm Mark from Stepping Into the Unknown, and I am joined today by the ever-creative Lane Yarwood from Three Sheaths in the Wind.
And Happy Cat, just to throw that one out there. My own editing company.
Mark growls at Lane at this point. No, I'm kidding. Right, and today we are here to do another Book Review Wednesday, which will also be made available on the Three Sheaths in the Wind website.
Yes,
we are doing a joint project today. And because it's the two of us doing it, and because we have one extreme book series in common, we are doing the Dresden Files. Now, I've been trying to get you in on this for ages. Finally, we are ready.
Busy people, my friend.
We are busy. Right, because I've already done Stormfront on the website, we are going to do this week Full Moon, which is the second book in the Dresden Files series, and features the main character, Harry Dresden, taking on a whole variety of werewolves, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's badass companion, Murphy. Come on, Karen Murphy. She's the best character in any book ever.
I was going to say...
She's short. She's like this little American chick. She's like 5 foot tall, and she kicks ass. She takes down fucking everything. I love that.
She's basically Buffy with a police badge.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And
Buffy
cooler friends.
Yeah, absolutely. She's probably hotter, but apart from that.
Right, so we're going to jump right into it. Lane, why do you love this book in particular?
Why do I love this book?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to probably give away like all of the spoilers. The reason I love this book so much is, to be honest, sort of the climax of the whole thing at the end. There's a villain in the story called Marconi, John Marconi, and he has an estate, and he's basically pooling his resources with a few sort of rogue FBI agents at his estate. And Harry Dresden, a group of teenage werewolves, and it's not like Teen Wolf for All, I should point that out. But Harry Dresden, a bunch of teenage werewolves, and his girlfriends Susan Rodriguez and Karen Murphy basically go in to take them on, and it's a big showdown, and at the very end of it, Karen Murphy and Harry Dresden are basically aiming at each other, her with a gun and him with a magical beam of magic.
He's using his talisman, isn't he?
Yes, that's it.
As inherited
Thank you for making that sound more coherent. And both of them think that they're going for the other, and Harry Dresden thinks that he's making this big, I don't know,
heroic sacrifice. Yeah.
And Murphy makes the shot, and she takes out this werewolf jumping at him from behind. Am I right? No, sorry. He takes out the werewolf, and she takes out the other.
FBI agent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when he wakes up, he realizes that, oh no, I'm just...
I was going to say, he's
have
like
a really big ego. I'm not going to die today.
And funnily enough, the big ego affects Harry throughout the book.
Yeah,
and throughout the series. Right, I love this book. At heart, as a fantasy author, I am a world builder, and I love, well, not only all of Chicago that Jim Butcher has created, but I also love the variety of werewolves we encounter in this book. There are no less than four, am I right? Yeah, four. And they draw on, legends from across the globe and make them amazing. I mean, the closest to the classic, sorry, I'm air quoting, classic werewolf we get in this is the Loup-Garou, which is a French Louisiana legend, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
And it is pitched as an unstoppable killing machine, and it lives up to the hype. The character who transforms into wolf isn't himself a villain, but the Loup-Garou, it's amazing.
Oh, yes.
It is, just amazing. You cannot go wrong with it. Oh, dear me. Right, so, why do you love this author, Lane?
Why do I love this author?
Mm-hmm.
Besides having the best sense of humour any author has ever had, I mean, the best sense of humour, I actually really like Jim Butcher for a multitude of reasons, but one of the big ones for me is that his key women in his books are not sort of the stereotypical badass, slender, big boob chick in a tiny bikini. It's always somebody respectful and sort of with lots of character development, and they're always like curvy or shaped, and they're like always unique women. I love her Dresden. It's like sort of female, I don't know, how would you say, companions. I don't want to make it sound like Doctor Who, because they're sometimes better than Dresden, especially Murphy.
Associates, let's say.
Associates, yeah. They are always such powerful women, such powerful characters, and I really love how Butcher does that. But the other thing, just a very quick one, is just, honestly, Harry Dresden's character is hilarious.
He's
a
brilliant.
sarcastic, asshole, and I love that about him. Just, it rings true in my heart a little bit.
Oh, dear me. Yeah, no, I'll just add to the bit about the female characters that, despite the fact that they are all badass, they are.
Oh, yeah.
They've also got their tender sides. They're not like, hardcore, feel nothing, heart of stone types. They've got surprising tender sides, and especially in the case of Murphy, who tries very hard not to show it. It's really very sweet when that side of her does come out.
Absolutely, and allow me to elaborate on Murphy for one moment. She's like the sort of character who starts out just, she's a cop and she's been basically, I don't know, given sort of to misogyny, and she's sort of, I don't know, pushed back by all the men in her department.
The police department is very much a boys' club.
It's a masculine group, and she's managed to fight her way to the top of special investigations, and she uses a wizard to, like, I don't know, conduct her investigations, and everybody thinks she's a bit of a nut, and yet she has the highest rate of solved crimes in the force, and I love that.
Much to the dismay of the people who put her in special investigations to watch her fail.
Yeah, satisfying.
It is very satisfying. Yes, Jim Butcher for humour. Every book I burst into laughter when I come across certain bits. They just make me laugh and laugh and laugh. I'll say this one in particular, I think it wasn't intentionally humorous, but Harry's inability to count when taking on enemies, oh my god, I laughed out of sympathy, if nothing else. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's the only author that actually makes me laugh out loud, so...
Oh, dear me. And finally, why do you think people should read this book?
Oh, I don't think people should just read this book. I think they should start at book 1 and finish at book 15 or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I think we're about 15 now, yeah.
But
it's still going. There's going to be more in the future.
Such a good series, and this book in particular has some real character development after the first book kind of sets the scene of Chicago and the main characters. It really pushes and sort of grows everybody that's already been introduced and introduces new people as well. Like Billy the Kid, one of my favourite characters.
Billy the Werewolf, yeah.
I love that guy. He's great. But yes, that would be my personal recommendation. Start at book 1, read them all.
I was going to say, that's pretty much what I did to you, wasn't it? I said, right, you're going to read this book. You're going to read this book. And eventually you read the books.
Yeah, I was aroused in the literary sense. That's not even a word.
Literary sense.
Literary sense. Literature sense. I can't England today. I've had a long day at work.
It's okay. It's fine. As for me, well, I think everybody I meet should read this book, especially if you're into urban fantasy and if you like your supernatural detective, subgenre of the subgenre. This is one of the group leaders, because a lot of urban fantasy at the minute I found is, and not wrong for doing so, but it is, female, very hardcore female protagonists.
But it's also very sexist in that regard, like I was saying, in that they're all the same. They're all slender women with big boobs and tight leather cats.
I was going to say, pretty much every cover I see that has, either a paranormal romance half-dressed man or woman, or, a leather-clad female protagonist, I instantly veer away.
Yeah, it's like the Black Widow stereotype, and it's really painful to watch after a while.
But yeah, no, it's nice in this book to have, Harry Dresden, who is, well, for all that he's badass, he's also a bit of a goofball, a bit of a white knight.
Misogynistic as well, but in a sort of well-meaning way. He's a bit overprotective of women, but...
Which is, to be honest, it works in Jim Butcher's favour when played with Karen, because she kicks him in the shins every time he tries.
I do very much like it.
There we go. So yeah, I always recommend this book to people. The world building is amazing. The characters you will fall in love with. And yes, the character development, I can say this without spoiling too much of the series, is amazing. You will meet a young character named Billy in this series, and 10 or so books along, he's literally a different person. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, but in this book, look out for Terror West. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, yes. We won't say why. Haha, that means you have to read the books, because now you'll want to know. Right, any closing remarks?
Hells Bells, I don't think so.
I would say Stars and Stones, I wasn't expecting that. Right, I think that is it for this week, guys, but hopefully we will be back with more podcasts and, well, definitely more Dresden Files podcasts, because we've got 13 more books to go.
I think so, yeah. We can definitely do this again.
There we go. Until then, please enjoy.
See you guys.